Undying love you've given to me, seen in me things I would never have seen. I don't understand why you care so much. It's all a mystery. Time and time again I ask myself, what have I done to deserve such wealth? The price you paid I can never repay. Your generosity in wanting to save me, in order to save the day. Cause of love you place yourself in harm's way. It's truly beyond me, left without a word to say. Love would place itself in harm's way. Kind of love would place itself in harm's way. When I was down, you came and lifted me. When I was bound, yes, you set me free. Things that you do makes it clear to see. It's all a master plan. Oh, no greater love that I've come to know. And when I refuse, you still love me so. With open arms, you came and rescued me, and erased all the pain. Yes, all the pain in wanting to save me, in order to save the day. Because of love, you place yourself in harm's way. Truly beyond me. No, I'm left without a word to say. What kind of love would place itself in harm's way? What kind of love would place itself where is your life for love's sake? What kind of love just takes on all the blame? It seems to be so easy. It hurts sometimes, but you never let go. You will to love in spite of all. You're wanting to save me, in order to save the day. Oh, because of love, you place yourself in a harm's way. Yes, you did. Truly beyond me. I'm left without a word to say. Kind of love would place itself in harm's way. What kind of love would place itself in harm's way? What kind of love would place itself in harm's way?
All right. Good afternoon, Middle Georgia. Good afternoon, Macon. Good afternoon, Perry. Good afternoon, Warner Robins. Good afternoon, Fort Valley. Good afternoon, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Periscope Live, Twitter Live. To everyone that is on live, thank you all so much for being on. It is 1:15 on Tuesday. So that means that it is now time for Turnaround Tuesday with none other than Chaplain Pearl Moulton. Chaplain Moulton.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me for another Turnaround Tuesday. I'm so excited about being with you guys today, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I wanted to talk to you about Memorial Day, and I seem to have, anyway, I wanted to talk to you about Memorial Day, and I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I hope you enjoyed your family and everyone, your cookouts or whatever. But I wanted to talk to you about Memorial Day and what it means and what the sacrifices that so many people have made and died for our country. And I wanted to know, did you discuss that on your Memorial Day weekend? Did you have that discussion with the family? Do you have these type of discussions with your young people, letting them know why we celebrate or why we acknowledge Memorial Day, all the wars that we have, the United States have been involved in? For instance, World War I, I believe it is, over 2 million people died. 20 million people died, including military as well as civilians. And people are continually to die, giving their lives for this country. And I wanted to just remind you that people died for us to have this freedom. Christ died for our salvation, and people died, and people are still standing on the walls around the country, protecting our freedom that enable us to do these things on these holidays. Memorial Day is like the official weekend or the breakout for the summer. That's when we start our weddings, our college and graduations, and all of our signature events. But I wanted us to be cognizant of the fact that people died so that we could have this freedom, so that we could be with our families, so that we can enjoy all of this. I wanted to remind you of that so that you could talk about it and have the conversation with your young people, with your family, that we keep that on our minds, our history, where we came from. I was thinking about my father today, who served in the military during Vietnam as well as the Korean War. And as an African-American male going off to war and fighting for our country and losing friends and colleagues, and then come back to America where he was still disrespected, we are still segregated, racism just because of the color of his skin. And he endured it and spent over 25 years in the military because of the sacrifice, not only for his country, but for his wife and his children. And I need you to know that. Do you talk about that? You have people that have died or family members that have died serving in the military. Do your children know it? Do your friends know it? We need to keep their names alive. We need to say their names, those that served in the military and gave their lives. And some may have not died in the war, but they didn't come back the same. And things changed for them, but they made that sacrifice for us. I thought about it when I was watching the news just yesterday, and I saw read an article where the city of Detroit is suing Black Lives Matter. And then there's another group here in Georgia that is suing the Major League Baseball for taking the All-Star game away because of voting rights, because of our freedom. So we need to have this conversation with our young people. We need to keep our ancestors' names alive and the sacrifices. We need to keep them on our minds. And then we also need to keep young people that are serving in the military. We need to keep them on our minds. We need to keep them in our prayers. And we need to write them and let them know that we appreciate them. You know, they may have done it for a whole lot of reasons. I know that I served, and it wasn't to serve the country. It was just to start a career, to do something different. But then it was once you got into it that you really knew that you was doing something big, something that would make a difference. And I just want to keep those young people on our minds and in our hearts. Keep our loved ones that have gone on to be with the Lord. Keep their names alive and what the sacrifices that they made that enable us to be able to live the lives that we live. And it's just robbery if we continue to celebrate these holidays with our cookouts and with our families and our family reunions, and we not mention those, if we not reverence those that have enabled us to do these things. I just wanted to remind you of that. And like I said, I want to keep our family, our parents, our grandparents that have gone on to be with the Lord, that made sacrifices in the armed forces, keep their names alive. My father's name is Coy Wesley Moulton Jr. He served in the military for over 25 years, and he is my inspiration and why I served also in the United States Army. So I just want to speak my father's name today, and I hope that you would do the same, as well as the young people that you know or know of that are serving in the military, that you would keep them in your prayers and that you would reach out to them and let them know that you know and you appreciate the sacrifice that they're making. I hope that makes sense to you today, and let's turn things around. Let people know that we care. Amen. So I love you, and I'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
All right, that was Chaplain Pearl Moulton with our Turn Around Tuesday, turning some things around. Yes, because we always celebrate the holidays, not really understanding why we have them. Neither do we acknowledge why we have them. So, yes, that's something that we definitely need to do. So we thank Chaplain Pearl Moulton for that. You can join her here every Tuesday. That's every Tuesday at 1:15 for Turnaround Tuesday. Don't forget, every day at 2:15, we're going to do the Tee-hee-hee with the First Lady of Hype. So in about 2:15, we'll be on with the Tee-hee-hee with the First Lady of Hype. Special shout out to those that are online. That's the First Lady of Hype, Amzie Brown Robinson, Lady Scott, Cam Golden. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we look forward to our next Tuesday with Chaplain Pearl Moulton. Coming up right now, in accordance with what she just said, some Lisa Page Brooks with I Want to Say Thank You. Sending this out to all those that have served and to those that did serve and have gone on to be with the Lord from 9:80 a.m.
Lord, this is a song to give you thanks. Help me express myself, Lisa.
For every time that you protected me when I didn't know your name. Lord, I say thank you. How you loved on me and cared for me when I didn't return the same. Lord, I say thank you. Now when it seemed like I was losing and I felt like giving up, Lord, I wanna say thank you. Your love rushed in like a mighty flood and lifted me above, and I wanna say thank you. I'll be thanking you and praising. I'll be praising you all of my life. Thank you for the sacrifice. Everything you do, and I want to say for how you kept your hand upon me, though I've often gone astray. Yeah, Lord, I gotta say thank you. And how your spirit gently led me back to safety in your way. I wanna say I thank you, and I'll be thanking you and praising you all of my life. Thank you for your sacrifice. I appreciate. I just want to say my days.
Just wanna say thank you.
And I'll give you praise.
Just wanna say thank you. Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you. Yes, I do. Right now, I just wanna say thank you. I wanna say
Say thank you.
I just wanna say,
I gotta say
gotta say thank you.
I gotta say thank you.
Now you've been good,
I wanna say
and I wanna say
thank you.
that you've been kind.
Gotta say,
Please just let me say,
I gotta say thank you.
you made a
I
way.
wanna say,
You let me see a brand new
I wanna
day.
say thank you.
You never let me go
I gotta
astray.
say,
And I gotta say,
thank you.
thank you for my
I wanna
family.
say,
Thank you, Lord, for keeping me.
I wanna say thank you.
Thank you, Lord, for bringing me
I gotta
through.
say,
And I thank you for my husband,
I gotta
too.
say thank you.
Thank you, Lord, for
I
saving
wanna
me.
say,
Thank you, Lord, for loving
I wanna
me.
say thank you.
And I gotta say,